Started from the bottom, now we here, but the view ain't clear. Looking through these tinted windows at another year, another fear that creeps up when the sun goes down. When the city starts to wake up and I'm wearing this crown. That feels too heavy for a soul this young, but I keep pushing forward cause the race ain't done. Racing through these streets like time ain't real, but every mile I drive just shows me what I feel. City lights don't lie, they show you who you really are. When the darkness falls, you can't hide behind no stars. City lights don't lie, they shine on every scar. Tell me where you been, tell me how you got this far. Conversations with my conscience in the rearview mirror, asking why success feels distant when it should feel near. Maybe cause the people that I started with ain't here. Some got lost in envy, some just disappeared, and I'm left wondering if this path I chose was right. Driving through Toronto thinking about another night when we used to dream about the things we got today. But now that we achieving, why they feel so far away? City lights don't lie, they show you who you really are. Tell me where you been, tell me how you got this far. Late night texts from numbers that I used to know, asking for a favor or a chance to grow. Close to what I built, but they don't understand the cost. Every win feels empty when you think about what's lost. Family members looking at me different now, cause money changed the game and they don't know just how. But I remember when my mother worked those double shifts. Now she don't gotta worry about the rent or gifts. City lights don't lie, they show you who you really are. When the darkness falls, you can't hide behind no stars. City lights don't lie, they shine on every scar. Tell me where you been, tell me how you got this far. So I keep driving through these streets that raise me up, with a heart full of dreams and an empty coffee cup, thinking about tomorrow and the moves I gotta make. Cause in this game of life there ain't no room for fake. City lights don't lie, show you who you really are. City lights don't lie, tell me how you got this far. Na 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 na. It's 3 a.m. and I'm awake again, thinking about the people that I used to call my friends. Now they only hit me up when they need something real. Funny how the love disappears when you reveal that you've been moving different, that you've been on your grind. Why they staying stagnant, stuck inside their mind, wondering why they ain't progressing like they thought they would. But progress ain't automatic in the neighborhood. Trust issues after midnight, when the world gets quiet and you realize who really rise. Whose starts after midnight? Trust issues after midnight. Shadows tell the truth about the friends who disappeared when you outgrew your youth. She used to say she loved me when I had nothing to give. Now she calling, asking about the way I choose to live. Funny how affection got a price tag attached, how devotion can be bought, souls can be snatched by the promise of success or a taste of the fame. But I learned to play along, learn to play the game, even when it hurts to see the people that you trust turn to strangers in the morning when the high turns to dust. Trust issues after midnight. Trust issues after midnight. When the world gets quiet and you realize who really right. Trust issues after midnight. Trust issues after midnight. Shadows tell the truth about the friends who disappear when you outgrew your youth. Phone keeps ringing but I let it go to voice, cause I learned that silence sometimes gives you better choice than the words of people who don't really understand what it takes to build something with your own two hands. Loyalty is currency that most can't afford, so I keep my circle tight and my vision toward the goals that matter most when everything else fades, cause real ones stick around through sun and shine and shade. Trust issues after midnight. What's issues after midnight? When the world gets quiet and you realize who really right. Trust issues after midnight. Trust issues after midnight. Shadows tell the truth about the friends who disappear when you outgrew your youth. Maybe I'm too cautious, maybe I'm too cold, but I learned that every story ain't the one you told. People wear their masks until they think you can't see, but midnight has a way of showing honesty. So I embrace the solitude and trust the process, knowing that the journey makes you more or less than what you started with when you began this race. But authentic love can never be replaced. Trust issues after midnight. After midnight, when shadows tell the truth, tell the truth. Trust issues after midnight. After midnight, about who really loves you. Loves you. Clock keeps ticking and I'm running out of time, trying to perfect my craft and elevate my rhyme, yeah. But every second that I waste feel like a crime. When opportunity knocks, you better make it shine, cause chances don't come twice in this game we play. And yesterday's excuses won't work today, yeah. Gotta hustle harder when the stakes get high, cause mediocrity will leave you wondering why. Running out of time ain't waiting for nobody. Gotta make it move before the beat drops. Running out of time, keep moving through the city. And if you hesitate, then your dream stops. Pressure in my chest when I think about my goals. How much more I need to give, how much more it takes to grow into someone that my younger self will recognize with pride. But the path to greatness got me feeling terrified. Cause what if all this work don't lead to where I wanna be? What if all these sacrifices ain't the key to unlock the door that leads to peace of mind? But I can't stop now, cause I'm running out of time. Running out of time ain't waiting for nobody. Gotta make it move before the beat drops. Running out of time keeps moving through the city. And if you hesitate, then your dream stops. Studio sessions going till the break of dawn, trying to capture lightning in a song, cause music is the language that my soul speaks best. And every track I make is like a test to see if I can touch somebody else's heart the way that music touched me from the start. Back when I was just a kid with big dreams, now I'm chasing them through melodies and schemes, yeah. Running out of time for nobody. Gotta make it move before the beat drops, yeah. Running out of time keeps moving through the city. And if you hesitate, then your dreams stop. Family asking when I'm gonna settle down, get a real job, plant my feet on solid ground. But they don't understand that music is my calling. Even when the industry keeps stalling my progress with their politics and games, I won't let them diminish what runs through my veins. Cause passion is a fire that can't be contained, especially when your purpose can't be explained, yeah. Running out of time, but I won't stop moving. Gotta trust the process, keep improving, yeah. Running out of time, but my faith stays strong. This is where I belong. This is where I Da 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 da. Made it to the top, but the view ain't what I thought. All this space around me, but peace can't be bought. Looking down at where I came from feels surreal. Wondering if the person that I was even real. Cause success changes everything, including how you see the world and all the people who you used to be. Connected to before the money and the fame. Started playing tricks with your mind and changed the game. Views from the top, but I'm feeling so alone. Higher than I've ever been, but can't find my way home. Views from the top, is this really what I wanted? All these empty faces and my heart feels haunted. Penthouse parties with people I don't know. Conversations that don't mean nothing before a show. Everybody wants a piece of what you build, but nobody wants to share the pain or guilt that comes with making choices that affect your soul. When you're trying to maintain some sense of control over a life that's moving faster than you planned, slipping through your fingers like quicksand. Views from the top, but I'm feeling so alone. Higher than I've ever been, but can't find my way home. Views from the top, is this really what I wanted? All these empty faces and my heart feels haunted. Remember when success was just a distant dream? Now I'm living it, but nothing's what it seems. Cause with every level up you lose a piece of innocence and gain a new perspective on what influence is. Power over others who hang on every word, but sometimes I just wanna be another face in the crowd. Anonymous and free to make mistakes out loud. But I'm feeling so alone. Higher than I've ever been, but can't find my way home. Views from the top, is this really what I wanted? All these empty faces and my heart feels haunted. So I write these songs to remember where I came from, before the spotlight and before my name rung through the speakers of cars driving through the night, when my biggest worry was turning on the lights. In my mother's house after working double shifts, now she proud of me and that's one of my gifts. But success is complicated when you break it down, cause every king needs a reason for his crown. Views from the top, views from the top. Sometimes you gotta remember how to stop. Views from the top, views from the top, and appreciate the climb before you drop. Sometimes I wish I could go back to the beginning, when dreams were simple and my heart was winning. Over logic that says chase the dollar signs, back when happiness was easier to find, in small moments that didn't cost a thing. Like summer nights when we would sit and sing songs that came from somewhere deep inside, before we learned that we had to hide. Back to the beginning, when love was enough, before the world taught us that life gets tough. Life gets tough. Back to the beginning, when dreams felt real, before we learned how betrayal can steal. Neighborhood corner where we used to meet, talking about our futures on a concrete. Steps of buildings that we called our home, before we scattered and outgrew our home. The home is more than just a place you sleep, it's the memories that you choose to keep close to your heart when the world gets cold, and remind you of the stories that you told. When love was enough, before the world world taught us that life gets tough. Oh, life gets tough. Back to the beginning, yeah. When dreams felt real, before we learned how betrayal can steal. That be love. Now I'm sitting in my car outside my old school, thinking about the thinking about the lessons that they never taught us to. Thinking about the to handle disappointment or success with grace, to maintain your values in the race, for recognition that might never come, or comes too fast and leaves you feeling numb. To the things that used to bring you joy, before ambition became your favorite toy. Love. Back to the beginning, when love was enough. Before the world taught us that life gets tough. Before the world that life gets tough. Back to the beginning, when dreams felt real. Before we learned how betrayal can steal. Maybe wisdom comes from knowing when to stop and appreciate the view before you reach the top. Cause the journey matters more than destination, and real wealth comes from appreciation of the people who believe in you from day one, who celebrated every battle that you won, and stood beside you when you had to lose, to learn the lessons that would help you choose. To the beginning, back to the start. Sometimes you gotta listen to your heart. Back to the beginning, oh, where it all began. Remember who you were before you became a man. Full circle moments when you understand that everything you needed was already in your hand, but you had to lead to learn how to return to the fire that made your passion burn, bright enough to light the way back home, to the person you were before you roamed. These streets looking for something that was there in the beginning when you learn to care.